Hi Ternurita, how are you? I want to talk about the SDG 8, is the persistence of the informal employment in Colombia Constitution's structural obstacle to achieving SDG 8. As it wakes the effectives of labor rights recognized in the legal system, making it necessary of strict regulatory mechanisms. With the framework of the international agenda adopted by United Nations through the 2030, the agenda for sustainable development, decent work, and the protection of labor rights are consolidated as fundamental pillars for the social and economic development of states. In particular, Sustainable Development Goal 8 recites the need to promote decent working conditions, productive environment, and the guarantees of the right for all workers. In Colombia, one of the main challenges in this area lies in the high rate of informal employment, a phenomenon that wakes the effectives of labor law and limit access to essential requirements such as social security, job sustainable, and protection against occupational hazards. This context reveals a significant gap between international commitments and the domestic reality, which demands critical legal analysis. Colombia labor law, based on constitutional principles such as humanity, dignity, fair working conditions, and special protection for workers, seeks to balance the relations between employment and employees. However, reality shows that a large part of the economically active population is engaged in informal activities without access to formal contracts or social benefits. From the perspective this SDG, the situation not only violates individual rights but also hinders sustainable development, as it perpetuates inequality, reduces productivity, and limits inclusive economic growth. In this sense, the lack of the formal employment directly affects specific targets of SDG 8, such as the protection of labor rights and promotion of safe working environments. Likewise, weak inspection, monitoring, and control mechanisms by the state contribute to the perpetuation of this practice. The evasion of labor obligations by some employers coupled with the economic needs of workers create a vicious cycle that is difficult to break without more effective state intervention. Therefore, it's essential to promote public policies amid of the formalizing environment, strengthening institutions, and providing education on labor rights, so as to achieve a genuine alignment between domestic law and international commitments undertaken by the Colombian state. In conclusion, informal employment in Colombia represents significant challenge to achieving decent work and fulfilling SDG 8. Although the legal framework established a solid system of labor protection, its effectiveness is limited by structural factors that prevents its full implementation. In the regard, the state must assume a more active role in implementation policies that promote formal employment and guaranteeing decent working conditions. Only through comprehensive action will it be possible to move towards sustainable development model that respects labor rights and contributes to the overall well-being of the society. Thank you so much, teacher.